Fort Liard, Northwest Territories. Population roughly 600. It's a community that's made headlines over numerous delays for an election during the COVID-19 pandemic. Last month, a federal court judge ruled the Acho Dene First Nation was wrong to postpone their election. The federal government appealed that decision. The band held their election on April 26th, but the story doesn't end there. Member Jim Duntra, who lost his bid for chief, is appealing that election.
They're making a decision for us for the future that we have no say in it. We need to get the people back together, and we didn't have a public meeting for almost more than a year.
According to preliminary results, Duntra was runner-up. Incumbent Eugene Hope beat him by 3 votes, 148 to 145. As per election code, a recount was held.
And why did you decide to appeal it?
I got phone calls that they didn't went through or didn't work for them.
With the N.W.T. BC border closed, members who would have traveled for the election from nearby Fort Nelson, BC, could not. So, for the first time, online voting was an option. Mary Beckett was Chief Electoral Officer.
I checked it a number of times through the day to see that there were people signing in and looking at ballots and casting them and so on. I did get a couple of people call and say they couldn't vote, but it turned out that the reason they couldn't vote is they were trying to sign in after the voting had closed at 8 p.m.
Duntra says the online voting didn't work. That alleged flaw is the basis of his appeal.
But lots of voters didn't vote in because online is not working.
Yeah.
So I appealed it, but it's in the works right now.
APTN tried to speak with Chief Hope and other elected councillors while in Fort Liard in late April. But as election results are considered preliminary until the end of May 6th, no one was willing to go on record. When we were here, band members said getting back to public meetings and hiring local people for positions like band manager were their priorities. Those jobs have been held by non-members for years.
What's wrong with getting people from here to be a manager? We have so much people here, smart, good people. Lots of people said, like, our band office is in Vancouver. Here is just nothing inside there. It's just empty, so.
The new council will be sworn in on May 25th. A decision on Duntra's appeal is expected in a few days. The federal government is responsible for band election appeals. If they decide an appeal has merit, the investigation and legal wrangling could take years. Charlotte Mort-Jacobs, APTN National News, Fort Liard.